after we have set up the product DD and some other UI, so I'm going to create new one which is called alt under the pages, because we will be doing login and register for the user. So I will say login.jsa. Sorry, we have to say with capital L, and after that we have to say ignsder.jsx. So we have two page. For the login, I would say I will delete this one and this one. So I would say what is that? Flow by. So I will browse from the flow by. So for the flow by, let's browse for the component. And the component we have, okay. Go back here. I want to have a form. Okay, so maybe we might get the login form here. So I will copy that login form. So in the login, I will say return. So so in the login.js, I was export default function and the login. So under the function, I will return the code that I just copied. So I would like to make a div, or I can do like this. So inside it, I will paste. So here we have to fix all the class to class name. So I think we are okay for now. And for the register, so for the register form, yeah, I will use the same thing, but we can edit I will copy from login to the register, and I will say register. Okay, so we have got the register and the login. So the register and the login form, I would like to check with the in our app.jsx. Do we have the okay, so we will have two route. I would say 1, 2. So this will be /login. Oops. /login. This will be /register register. Okay, this one will be login, and this one will be register. So when we go to /login, so we will see like this. But I like to have the layout. Okay, so I will say layout, layout, and then inside that layout I will put our form. So by doing so, we will get the header and footer in our login. So that's really nice. For the form, I would say mx auto hrefs. So for the footer, yeah, mx auto. So what we can do is in Tailwind CSS, CSS take foo. So to take the high, h the max. Okay, h the max, h the full. Yeah, 100%. But I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, h the full. Or h the screen. Yeah, it just screen. It took all the high, but I don't think so. It is a good idea or not. How about full again? Yeah, it's still not working. But you can define like HDAT high or screen or whatever, like maybe 5 dash. So no, it didn't change a lot. But anyway, I think you might get an idea how you would do it. Okay, so HS full or something. I'm trying, but so this is UI that you can do later on. We don't want to give a lot of time on the UI, so I will say for the register as well. So for the register, let's see. Register, let's say we will have the username, user email and password. Cool. So user email and password, so we will have extra username. So this one will be username, and the type will be DHT, ID will be DHT, and the placeholder will be Bob. Okay, so this one will be for the register. Let me check ID and STR. Yep. So in the register, I just changed in the. Okay, I just say in the login, so no worry. So we will catch, and then we will put under here. So like we do in the login, we will have layout as well here, layout, and inside the layout we will put our form. So cat, I would send, and then so register will be something like this. Okay. So in the register and login, we have our UI. Let me check our I have our UI. So in here we will build a register for the user. So we have just created authentication, login, and register user interface. So right now we are going to create redo. So go to the redo, and I will hide this one for now, so we don't need that. And constant, I will create new file called user.js. So inside the user.js, we have to think, so how many requests and what are the action user will do. So I will say export const. So the first one is user login request. Okay, the user can do a, let's say user login REQ. Okay, so after that there will be every request that has two types, success or fail. So we will say user login REQ to CCESS. So the opposite will be user login REQ FAIL. So after that, we may have user logout, user log out logout as well. So for the register, we will have user regu register. So we will have that, and there are also two type, like user register success, and then another one will be user register fail. So this is pretty much about the request for the constant user. So I will select everything like this, and I will say exp is for st const. Then I will say equal, and I will say like this, and so I will copy, and then I will paste under here, and I will delete like this. So I will delete this one. So this is pretty much about it. So we will have our user constant value here. So by doing so, we foresee what we are going to do. So first of all, so we will go to the register, and then we will create a new file called user.js, okay, like product. So inside here, let's see the product. Let's see the product. How we do? Okay, so you are going to land here. So we import everything necessary related with that product from constant, and then we create two function called product list register and product register. Like this, we have to do the same thing. Like we have to import import from everything related with user login request, user login success, user login field, and user log out, and user register request, user register success, user register field. So that is pretty much apart from constant slash user. So we have import necessary, and then we will create first user login. Okay, so here I will say export. I will say export const. So we create the constant function here, user login register. So inside it, every register has two types, state and the action. So state will be empty dictionary, and we'll say action, ACTION, action. So that state and action will return with every function key. So we will make it. We will make validation the type of the request using switch statement. So I will say switch switch action has the type. So we'll do if user login request will return loading true. So and the case user request user login request success. If it is success, we will return the data, because it's success. We got the data, so we will return the data like this. Very simple. And loading, and then we will say again false, because we are in success state. And user info will be action dot payload. Okay, so we got our user data, and then user login can be filled. So we will say etu and return loading false. Error will be error will be action.py load payload as well. So we have another case as well, which is case user log out. If we log out, we'll return empty empty dictionary. I mean, yeah. As a default, we'll return state. Okay. Before action, we forgot to add. So this is user login register. So after that, we will create user register. So this is for login and this is for register. Register. So like this, everything is the same. So we will do user register. Will have the same thing, and then, oops. I have to copy from here to here. So we will say user register state action, and we have to change here like user instead of user login. Oops. Only 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll say user register. User register. What? Request register request fail. Okay, so we have everything set up for register. So we will go to the action. So in that action, we will create another file called user.js. So in this action, we will be fetching the data from the API. So I will import AOSIS from AOSIS. So we have AOSIS, and we will import like request type from the user constant. So user login request, user login request field, user login request, REQ request success, and then user logout, and I will copy from here to save the time of you and me. register. Okay, so from constant slash user. So we have import everything we need here. So we will do user login action first. Okay, user login action. So in here we will say export const user login action. So in this action we will receive two things: email and password. Very simple until now. And we will say ASY and C and synchronize with using dispatch. So the SBADC dispatch will be passed from the component. Okay, so I will say try and then cd ch cache err, and then we'll say console.log err, and inside the try I will say first of all we have to request first. That's why I will dispatch the dispatch that will be user login request. So user login request, we send the dispatch, and then const find config. So that config, we need that config in order to send the JSON data using application JSON data as a content type. Okay, that's why I use that config, and I will say here the as header will be c1tnt that type, and if we analyze the application select JSON. So we will bring that config when we send to the data. Okay, so we will receive data back equal await AXIOH AOC post. Of course, we have to post the data, and then I will use backdeck, and inside here I will say BSC base URL from the constraint base URL, and then I will say API slash user slash login. So we will go back to the API. So in the API we have the route called user. So inside the user we have login. We receive the email and password from the request body. So this is the backend API we created earlier in the video part 1 to until now. You can go back and watch, and the repository will be in the GitHub. You can find in the description. So you can go and check the code along with me. I will push the latest code repo there. Okay, so let's go back to the user post, and then along with the login, I will send email and the password as a parameter here, and I will send with the config as well. So this will be sent through as a header, and then I will say dispatch again, DISPADCH, because this type will be success. Your user login request success, and then PY LOAD payload will be the data. So we dispatch the type and the payload. Okay, so after that we have to save in our local web browser storage. So we will say local local storage dot set item. Okay, so we will save user info as a key. The value will be JSON dot string. Okay, so as a string signify JSON data. So this one will be saved in the inside the web browser local storage. So that is for the user login, and we will do for the user logout and user register as well here.